As we're not doing this again.
All right, here we go.
There's a lot of fanfare.
Okay.
You-
Fine.
You, me, you. Everybody sounds
I'm good,
great.
Yes. Testing 1, 2.
Everybody sounds good? All right, good.
Everybody sounds good.
Everybody Wang Chung tonight.
Hi. How are you this morning?
Good morning.
Look at the panel I've assembled for you.
Hello.
We are thrilled. Good morning, Danielle. Hey, Mary Jane. We are thrilled to have you today. It is Friday.
What's up, Kenny?
It is all about positivity.
All day.
And we are going to be having a really good time. So welcome in. I've got JT joining me. I've got
Good morning.
RTB. I've got
Hello.
a panel of acronyms over here.
That's it.
We're like a Benetton ad right now. We're missing like 2 more people.
Exactly. And there's no lipstick,
No, none.
no eyeliner, no nothing.
Just a lot of
This
cocoa
is
butter.
Perfect. So here we are, National Junk Food Day.
Is that what I smell?
Yes, she
Is,
just
is that what it is?
Cocoa
Like cocoa butter?
Or is it RTB's donut?
It could be my Gina Tay. Old
Please-
school.
What?
You got a lot of products
Gina
on
Tay.
you.
Oh yeah, I can blow it with a hot light bulb in a
Li-
second.
Listen,
What are you,
Jean
pickling
Tay
yourself?
is the smell of my grandmother and my childhood right there.
Gina Tay, yes. My grandmother had a 74-ounce bottle because I swear that's how it was. You could just stick your neck on the side of it and just tip to the side. Gina Tay. Yeah.
This is amazing. So we are here. And we've got to thank our sponsors first off. Rockland Trust, stop by and get your lemonade stand kits and support Tommy's Place. They've got a location in Falmouth
Love
and
that.
Hyannis. Well, actually, it's Centerville, but I went to the new one. Have you been in there?
I went by there and I felt like I was watching a real life version of Matilda. I wanted to go in there.
So cool.
It looks very cool.
Yeah.
Can I go visit?
Yeah, you can. You can talk to Tim. He's happy to show you the place.
Tim, I'm coming.
you go.
Exactly. Because it is a community space and it is
Love
put
it.
together by absolutely every thread of human being here on the Cape.
Love that.
So that we can make these vacations for these children and their
awesome.
families, which is fabulous.
Morning.
Shandy, thank you so much for joining us. Also, MBR Home Services. Go see Bruno. Tell him we sent you.
Bruno.
MBRlandscaping.com. Go get your pavers. Go get your
Yeah.
fire pit. Go get your walkway. If you need a new patio, he's your guy. Also, we got to thank Honeydew this morning. Thank you. The summer of positivity
That's
has
right.
begun.
50 years of Honeydew. Also, you know what else is 50 years? Hip hop.
Oh, what are we
Just
going to
saying.
play?
Oh.
Rappers delight.
Hip hop hooray. Oh, hey, oh.
This is going to be a morning.
Yes, it is indeed.
Get yourself ready for all of it.
Yeah, you don't need no, put your coffee away. You got us. We're your caffeine.
For sure. So where are we even going to begin? How is your summer of positivity going?
Summer positivity is going awesome. So each
You
weekend.
need to bring the positivity for RTB and I because we've had weeks.
Yeah. I commiserate on text.
when RGB walked downstairs, I'm like, oh, I can. Though his
You can
walk,
feel
I
the
felt
energy,
the
yeah.
shoulders weren't back like they
Yeah.
should have been. The slump, I can feel like,
Like I'm not Eeyore.
yeah,
No.
no.
But-
And you're not the guy from, you're not Gloom from, you'll never make it. You're not
Yeah,
that guy
exactly.
either. It's been great. I've been meeting so many different people. Every weekend I go somewhere else. I'm on the Cape, and my goal, which is going to happen, will go from P-Town to Bourne.
Okay.
And hitting all kind of towns and businesses and events and spinning the wheel of positivity, winning prizes from some of my sponsors. And I'm going to be with you this weekend.
Yes, I'm excited. He's coming to our Makers Market,
Yes.
which we're doing at Knockabout. And the lineup looks amazing. We've
Oh.
got new people too. Cape Cod Polished is going to be there doing manis and petties
Yeah.
on the go.
LaShawn.
So you get to have like a little sip and then get your
Yep.
nails did, which is
Okay.
fabulous.
All right.
The Drunken Bee Farmer is going to be there, and she's got fresh new pickles that
I
they've
lo-
been working on.
I like pickles.
Right? So don't even get me started. We
All
had
right.
a whole
Sorry.
pickleball conversation yesterday.
No.
We're not doing it.
We're not.
The
We already
midnight
checked that off.
midnight hour is going to be there, and they've got scallops, they've got chopped
I
clams.
placed my order.
Oh,
Did
did you? He is ready to
So I
go.
will be
He
there
knows
Sunday
it.
as well.
Okay.
Perfect. Ashley's going to be there with Crystals. Gopal Farms is going to be there. Alice's Closet. Ted Murphy is going to be there with his new book. I am representing his The Angry Fisherman, which is the fake restaurant that is in the book.
Okay. I like that.
Somebody was like, "Where is that restaurant?" We laughed. It's not.
Hilarious.
DeclanRush.com. So he's selling his books there.
Okay.
Dirty Laundry is going to be there. Ben is fabulous. He does thrifted vintage tees. So he's got like really old school basketball stuff. And
Oh,
some-
I get. Yeah, I'll be getting something.
Yeah.
I like that. This is going to be This is good stuff. Hey, Marie, how are you?
And Nina is going to be there, and she's got some of her resin art, and she has done it up for Barbie. She's got some hot pink
You know what?
charcuterie boards going
It's
on.
killing me. I'm going to end up going there. I know
I
that.
arrived at P-Town yesterday, and
Yeah.
all I see
Is it
are
barbified?
the Barbie the shirt.
Yeah.
Bright pink. Everybody's wearing it. They're playing it at the Wellfleet Drive-In.
Yeah.
And Legally Blonde is the
Oh,
second
yeah.
movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay.
So everybody's all Barbie.
I heard it's. I'm
We're
hearing it's good.
barbified.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say. Oh, there's a great TikTok skit, and the dude, he has, he's dreads, and he's like, he's kind of, he's like low hip hop. He's going to the movies to see the movie, and it's like there's nobody in the parking lot. It's like 3 PM. He's looking around, nobody's there, and he's like, oh. So he gets out, he has his Barbie hat on, starts walking. All of a sudden, this Mustang pulls up. Ah! What's up, Chris? Nothing. He goes, where you going, man? Some movies. What are you going to see? Barbie. What?
Oppenheimer.
He goes, Barbie. Ah! They take off, and all of a sudden they park, and they all hop out of the car, and they got like Barbie backpacks on.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
they're like
that's awesome.
3:30 show. They're like, yeah, let's go.
I
That's
love
great.
it.
It's funny, man.
Yeah, I'm absolutely going to watch it. I don't know if I'm going to go to the theaters to watch it,
Are you
but
gonna wait?
The Kate McKinnon Barbie. I can't wait to see
oh, yes.
that because she had an interview. She's like, we all had that Barbie.
Yep.
That they cut their hair, they do different things to it, and then she was that way forever.
100%. I did so many awful things to my Barbies.
Well, see, for us, it was Charlie's Angels.
No, not in that fashion. I cut all their hair and wiped off their makeup.
Well, we used to have them because they were so, they were supposed to be these, amazing, acrobatics and skills. So we would just toss them up and have them doing flips.
That is hilarious.
Sabrina ended up in the gutter.
Sabrina.
Yeah. Sabrina was in the gutter for a good season. We finally got her out, and like one side of her, because she was in the gutter, was all dark because of all the water, and the other side of her was still that like white pink. It was.
This is a
funny.
man who laughs at cartoon violence and
Yep.
also loves horror movies. So
And
Lord
the
knows
other
what
thing-
poor
Really?
Sabrina
Okay.
Here's the
endured.
other thing: why waste your
Hilarious.
time changing their clothes? We just pop their heads off and change.
Very true. I listen. I didn't have a Barbie. I had a GI Joe. Actually, it was Cape Verdean. I did.
A Cape Verdean G.I. Joe?
I feel that now. I don't know what he was back then.
okay.
But he feels like he was like back then. Like
It was
look at-
all in his head.
it
here.
was. I was young. I was like, I said, he's not really dark. I'm like, it's kind of like in between.
Yeah, but they weren't great with skin color back then. It
Oh,
was
no,
either
no, no,
like
horrible.
extremely
Horrible.
Aryan or extremely
yeah,
brown.
Yeah, that was
or-
that crayon that nobody. I was like, I don't
You're
even
like,
know
what
to do.
color of human is this? This is not
I
even a
don't-
human.
This is. I was peeved.
They're so much better. They even have great skin tone color band-aids now. They're
Absol-
much better about colors.
Oh, so much. Good morning, Shandy. How are you?
Hey, Deborah. So yeah, we are here. It is Friday. We are very excited for it. It is Barbie
Mhm.
Day. Everybody's
is.
barbified, and no matter where I was yesterday, everybody was decked out in hot pink. So yeah, Nina's bringing the Barbie core,
Morning, Michelle. Yeah.
and we're gonna have fun on Sunday. JT's gonna be there, so swing by with the kids.
Yes,
It's going to be fun for all ages. There is absolutely something to do. I just have a feeling that Sunday is jamming. So come on out. Well, it's going to be hot again.
Oh, it's hot.
Yesterday was 88, 90 here. And
Yeah, but the humidity's broken. Which is
We were hanging out with kids in the heat yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
he was at camp with the kids
Oh,
yesterday.
okay.
Oh,
That's a
cool.
different kind of heat. Good
That
morning,
is-
Rick.
Shout out to Oak Crest Cove and Sandwich. Those kids, Angel and I were out there giving a little positivity and playing some music. It was crazy.
That's nice. How
Yeah.
exciting is that? I never had that at camp.
Ever.
The one memory I have of going to camp when I begged my mother to send me to Camp Finberg. I begged her because she was always home. I'm like,
Oh,
can
yeah.
I be one of those kids that you don't watch me all the time?
Exactly. I'm not getting into trouble.
Right?
And you're seeing
You have
it
your
all.
thumb on top of me. I need
my
to go do something.
God, I was a
Helicopter mom.
latchkey kid.
Wow.
And I had a helicopter mom. I can tell you I didn't like that either. It's
No,
not
I'll
better.
take the. Oh,
So I begged her to go to Camp Finberg, and I was so excited my first day of camp. And I'm sitting there by the water, and all of a sudden I turn, and one of the camp counselors hits me with a rat tail because I had a horse fly on my face,
Oh.
and he
stop it.
it hit me in the eye, and I was out. I didn't go back to camp. Ruined my whole Camp Finberg experience.
See?
I was so excited.
You went there. I went to
I had
Fair
a
Acres.
rat tail in the eye.
A rat tail in the eye. I went to Fair Acres Day Camp. I got pushed off the dock, hit my head on the steps, going down. Next thing I know, there's some guy standing over me. That's all I remember.
Listen, so
yeah.
you kids have a great experience when you got people like JT and Angel showing up at your camp, bringing it.
And nobody's pushing you. You're not getting hit in the eye with a rat tail or horsefly.
Did you Did you go to camp? No.
We were
You-
poor.
Yeah. No, we were poor.
No, the one thing that we did have that I was very thankful for is there was this motel on one of our major routes.
Put your face in that microphone. Yes.
Route 38. There was the Concord Motel, and behind it
Where's
was
this
this
going?
I don't know.
Olympic-sized pool ground.
Oh.
It was great because you had 3 dives. You have this the small dive, the springboard, and the high dive, and it had a water slide, and it was this wonderful Olympic pool.
That's epic.
They had a baby
Right?
pool. They had 2 tennis courts and a shuffleboard court.
What kind of motel? I need a motel like that.
Well, there's the thing, they had this.
Not haunted.
They had this rate for the summer where you had a specific tag that you put on your bathing suit,
Yep.
and you went there for the whole season. And luckily, my mom wasn't working at that time. She didn't work until we were like junior high school. So she brought us there like every day. And
Oh,
her
that's
best
awesome.
friend from high school had 2 kids that were around my sisters and my age, and the 4 of us were like brothers and sisters, and we always had fun together.
So fun.
See-
So that was what we did every summer.
That sounds
I mean,
way more
I
fun.
was- I
Yeah.
was dark.
Yeah.
I mean, I would just tan because I was in the pool all the time. I just went right for it.
Base. You had a nice base.
Yeah.
I'm a burning peel kid.
It's about
Sorry.
Mexican skin.
It was
I-
red
I-
or redder.
Very nice. I
Yeah.
like that.
And people were like, "Oh my god, were you just on vacation?" I'm like, now when I go, I'm like, "No, I went outside." For
No, I'm
lunch."
Italian.
Yeah, exactly.
Well-
Hey, morning, Michelle.
Technically not Italian, but I say German and Mexican make Italian.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
okay.
Well,
Either
they
way.
confuse the name because it's Trevino. I just say Trevino. I don't get all ethnic and say Trevino
Oh,
because there's a tilde over the
Trevino.
end.
I like that.
I mean, there's the
Trevino.
long and the
Come
short
on,
of it.
turn into Giada. We love those people.
Oh.
Parmigiana.
Spaghetti, spaghetti. I mean, how many different ways you're gonna say that? God.
Does
I like
anybody have
awesome.
that friend that all of a sudden will bust into that accent? We do.
my
Ace, I
God.
love you to pieces. He's our afternoon guy. But anytime he mentions the fact that I'm at Tomatillos, he has to say it like that.
Hilarious.
And I burst out laughing because he was just talking normally. He was like, "Are you at Tomatillos today?" And I'm like, do you have to do that thing?
Oh my God. We had a girl that we met like over the summer. She was living with a friend of mine, and I can't say the people's names because it's like too much close to
Right?
family.
Yeah.
And
We're not gonna hose you
yeah,
on
I'll
live.
be pulling people out. And the girl goes, "Oh my God, you guys gotta meet my friend. He's so cool. He's from Jamaica. Da da da. His name is Gio." We're like, "Okay." And she's all talking about Gio from. And we went to we went to a bar one night and we're all together. She goes, "There's Gio right there." And he turned around and we're like, "That's not Gio." We're like, "That's our friend." And I'll just say blank. And he's like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "Dude, you were born down the street in Hyannis." Like, I know for a fact, like, you are our friend. Like,
Who
we
you
know you.
kidding?
Thank you. We're like, you have no accent. His accent was thick.
Listen, Mark.
Oh
I don't
my
know
God.
what your game is over
Basically,
here.
basically, it was like that. You might as well said Mark or like Kevin. And I'm like, "Gio, what's up, man?" We all just dapped him up
That's awesome.
and we left it at that. We're like, "Dude, you
See,
owe us
that's a good
drinks."
friend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, the
Oh,
other
yeah.
thing too is like
I'll let you run your game. We'll talk later.
Secretly, I
Real.
think when we're a new company and when we're the few people we're with,
You will.
you want it like
You pick up sometimes. You
you want to pick
this
that
slang,
up, or
absolutely.
you just like I want to be a little somebody else.
just I changed my name.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
if you're going into a French bakery and all of a sudden Janet's going croissant,
Yeah,
like,
I'm not doing.
stop.
Yeah.
well, that's
It's a
something
croissant,
different. That's
Janet.
something-
You
Morning,
never said
Susan.
it that way.
Yeah.
I
no.
I had somebody I just met, and we went to went to P Town. This was years ago, and he's like, "Let's
Chef's
be different
kiss.
people." So we
That would be fun.
we created different names,
Mhm.
different careers.
JT, that's what we need to do. We're just gonna pretend like we're different people because that'll work.
well, yeah.
Peter-
The only problem
It'll work.
is
Not
the only
here.
problem is
Yeah,
when
right.
you go somewhere like that, then you end up drinking.
Yeah.
And you get a little bit too forward, and
Yeah.
then the person you're with breaks the whole score.
Right?
Yeah.
And they call you by your real name, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Damn it, you've ruined
yeah,
everything.
exactly. God,
Yeah.
we went right back into reality. Come on.
Yeah. Now I gotta leave.
It's like wedding
You gotta
crashers.
leave.
Somebody got to pay the tab.
But I'm not gonna leave before throwing up on you. Okay?
Oh God, yeah. I used to shop at Lord. We used to go to Lord and Taylor's to go shopping on the weekend up in Boston.
This
And
is
we
good.
take the Plymouth and Brockton from here for $7, and we go up. And my boy Matt and I used to go there. Thank you. Can't beat that $7. I'm going down to Lafayette Plaza. I'm gonna buy some clothes, go to Crystal's, and we go to Lord and Taylor's to buy like a belt or a tie. It's because I didn't have a lot of money. We're like, Hello, hello, where are you from? Yeah, I'm from England. Oh, serious. Oh, yeah, you see, you had no idea what I said. And I would do that. Matt and I would do that for day. We play around, have accents, and go shop at Lord and Taylor's.
See, that's fun. Good morning, Tom and Dave Jr. How are you doing today? Zip Trip is in your neighborhood today. Good morning, Danny Walsh.
DJ
Yeah.
Danny.
Yeah, Zip Trip is in Sandwich today.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, Tracy.
I don't know what they're doing
Michelle.
over there, but
They're about to be infiltrated.
Tracy, JT's like, what cameras in my neighborhood? We're going.
Boom.
We're gonna
I've
be
been
there.
working out. I got 2 sexy abs right here. Like I'm opening my shirt just to there.
Just there.
Just it. That's all they need. Calendar coming.
That's what I got.
That's what I got. That's all you're gonna get.
Hear up, friends. Hear up.
I'll spray some Western oil on there.
Well, I had a week where
Wesson oil.
I just say Western oil.
crisping up over here.
Before you know it, Florence Henderson's showing up.
Exactly. Love, hilarious.
I don't even know what's
Is
happening
she still
right
alive?
now.
Sorry.
I don't.
Is she with us?
Somebody's gotta
Somebody
Google it.
Google that.
Oh my God!
Hold
What
on.
say? Somebody Google.
I'm right on top of that, Rose.
Yeah, but you're gonna Google and get barbified. Hold on.
Oh, we have a birthday shout out.
Oh, whose birthday is it?
It is Thanos Gocio. Is that
Gocios.
Gocios? Happy birthday!
Oh, okay. Happy
Yeah.
birthday. Yes.
Happy birthday!
So Florence left us
She
in
died.
2016.
Okay.
Thank
That's
you.
I thought she was no longer on this
But you never know where she
mortal coil.
We have no idea because she could be. But thank you for.
Thank you, Mari.
And I sent that in quickly too.
Oh, good.
Everybody.
Mari Senate Realty, one of our new bingo sponsors. Thank you, Mari.
Awesome.
I know. So music video bingo is sweeping the nation.
At least on Cape Cod.
Yeah, at least everywhere. Everybody wants it. So let us know if you've got space for video because that's been the new latest fun thing that we're working with.
I had a great
Tennessee.
time.
My sister Tracy says she misses us.
Hi.
Hi, Tracy. Tracy's in
miss you.
You're living in Tennessee. My sister's in Tennessee.
I
She's
had
Nashville.
Tennessee in the
Where in
house
Tennessee?
yesterday.
My sister lives in Nashville. We're
Nashville. Okay.
Love
My niece lives. She just got married.
You were
Well,
just
she's been-
there.
She's been married for a while, but we had the wedding ceremony. She lives in Clarksville.
okay.
Her husband's in the military.
Oh.
And she sent me the sonogram.
Oh,
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, we ain't waiting, I guess.
No, we're not. Did you take the last train?
To Clarksville. No, luckily I didn't
Thank you.
have to go up there.
Okay.
But I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
have to be up there sometime in probably this
Okay.
coming winter.
Well,
'cause
we'll
she's
kinda have to
due
make
the end of January,
excuses.
and we found out she's having a baby girl.
Awesome.
Exciting.
Yeah.
So in case you guys don't know, when we said that, take the last train to Clarksville. That's where, Stephanie?
The monkeys.
That's right. Take the last train to Clarksville. I'll meet you at the station. That's all you're getting, baby.
All
That's
right.
it. To meet you by
That's
10:30.
alright.
You don't need no reservations.
Nice.
Oh, no.
All right. Oh no no no. And I will be.
So we've got Unity Day coming up.
Oh,
It
she
is-
lives in Clarksville. I'm sorry.
That's
She works in
awesome.
Nashville and lives in Clarksville. Bang! You just want a T-shirt.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
I'm gonna go ahead. Tracy, go ahead.
No,
I mean-
Unity Day.
Yes, August 4th.
Talk about it. You and I.
Talk
TY.
about Unity Day. Yeah, we have the whole thing with Touch a Truck. We have Boston Police Department cooking up the grill too, the big X grill going on, and it is 7th year.
That's
so it's-
exciting.
Oh my God, yeah, it's absolutely awesome. So you have the town of Boston, we have People of Action, in the Boston Police Department, all different Kiwanis, all different organizations.
I
tons of
remember when
vendors.
you guys first started that. I think Jesse,
Oh my God. Yep.
you,
Andre.
and Brian, Andre all came into the
Tim.
studio
Oh,
where
yeah.
we were working at the time and got
Willie.
to talk. That was just really exciting.
Jason. Oh my God, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And you know,
7 years.
7 years.
I'm feeling aged right
And,
now,
yeah,
my friend.
And you know what? Andre and Jesse started putting that together and then started making some phone calls to all of us. And we were like, yep, let's get on board. And it's been great.
we have a
Everybody's reached out.
tremendous group of people in our community that do so many
So
wonderful things. And this is in every town.
Right.
We are blessed. As much as the drama that goes along with having a small knit community like this, we
Right.
also have the fabulousness of the positive people and the ones that are people of action that are doing things in their community to make
So
it a better
many.
place.
And again, we're so open to so many different people, and they do we have the backpacks that we do at the end of the school.
Yep.
I mean, at the end of the summer, right before going back to school. That's at the rec center.
we're already talking about back to school because
We
I saw the
are.
back to school shopping stuff and I kind of got excited though. I'm like, they gotta
First
go.
because you have
Go.
kids in
They
school.
gotta go.
You have you're excited about that. And I remember, like, do kids go? Is the shopping really as heavy as it used to be?
No.
right?
Well, because we also have that shoulder season, that second summer that we have here in Cape.
Right.
And when you get that whole boatload of clothes that are for the winter, we can't wear that stuff until like
This is true.
November, December.
This is true. Yeah. Like, yeah.
And if you're buying for little kids, they've already outgrown that crap. So
Yeah. You're right.
the back to school rush is not the way it used to be.
Good morning. Yeah. It's not like you used to have like, all right, you need 4 pair of jeans, you need some shirts, new socks and shoes. Can't touch those.
I mean,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
with the new sneakers, you always got to have the
Gotta
new
have new
footwear if you can, whatever. And if also you're struggling, there are so many community places for you
Oh my God.
to
Yeah.
be able to get new sneakers, backpacks. Like JT does a really great job with that. So just
Thank you.
please reach out to any of us if you need
Absolutely.
direction on how to get any
Yeah.
of that stuff, or a family that's struggling, because it's not getting any cheaper to live. And we totally understand that.
Right.
You are dealing with a situation where your kids are coming back because they're, through no fault of their own, are losing our housing situation.
Right.
I see so many people all the time looking for a 1-bedroom, looking for this, looking for
God.
that. We've got a family, and I'm like, that is awful.
It is crazy. And I have friends right now call me like, JT, I know you know a lot of people. I'm looking for like, I got like 6 people. I'm like, God.
I know. Even
That's
finding room for
hard,
one
yeah.
For
human is
one.
difficult.
And with a reasonable price, whatever that is.
Good morning, Jackie, Marta,
yeah.
Jeffrey. Thank
I
you so
know.
much for joining us.
Oh, no.
JT, RTB, we got a fun panel for you today. And I have Christmas in July that I have to do an event for.
Well, Mari can help you. She's watching all those Hallmark Christmas in July.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I had to say
Mari,
it.
Hilarious.
you're getting called on the carpet with your Hallmark problem.
Oh,
The
awful.
only good thing on Hallmark is a Golden Girl.
Well, you know what?
Right now.
I have a lot of girlfriends that cannot take the negativity that is out there, because
No, and
sometimes
I
it
get
gets
it. You all
palpable.
have to have a happy
Mhm.
place.
And it is
You know?
totally their happy place. It's like romantic
much,
a little bit. It always ends with a happiness. It's a girl meeting a farmer guy that has been lost and lonely without her, and she needs a break from the city, and they're meeting each other. I just wrote a new one for you, Hallmark. However it
This is-
works.
Well,
Hallmark.
when season 4, I think, of When
Oh
Calls
my God.
Hard. It's
I
starting
love-
July 30th.
I loved that show. Bring back the felon Lori Loughlin.
Well, because they
please.
couldn't say
What?
when the heart calls. It was already taken.
Right.
So they're like playing with all these things. Like, where does Brenda go at night?
Oh my God.
We all want to know.
Hilarious. Mara, she said, I don't have to think, and the guys are all, I go so cute. Listen, Hallmark is dangerous because it
What
doesn't
is
let you
Tina doing
leave.
in the back room?
Yes.
It doesn't let you leave, but you know who's on there? Like Lacey Chabert.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Party of 5.
Party of 5. Exactly.
Yes.
And then what's his name? Jack whatever from General Hospital. He's
When
still alive and kicking. Not bad looking.
all of the teen heartthrobs of
That's where you go.
our day are now on Hallmark. Candace Cameron.
So that's, you already know. So if you're done,
The full
your
on
heydays are
scandalous
done,
woman, yeah.
then you transfer over to Hallmark.
It
There you go.
used to be Meredith Baxter Burney on Lifetime, and
Oh.
now it's Hallmark. Move over.
What's Patrick Duffy,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Was that Aquaman?
Dempsey.
No,
Yeah.
no. Was that Aquaman?
No.
No,
Who was that?
I don't know.
I don't
Not-
Aquaman was what's his name? It's the
love that show.
It was way back. So we're talking.
oh, I don't know.
We're
if
talking-
that
we're talking
way
AIDS.
back.
I thought it was Patrick Duffy, but I mean,
Oh, you might be right. Because he was also on Dallas.
yeah, yes,
Yes.
he was. Or maybe
Remember-
that's what I'm
Remember
thinking
that
of.
whole Bobby Dream season?
Yes.
The whole season.
The whole season went to
Wakes
yeah.
up in the shower. She's like, Bobby?
Yes. Like what? What?
This is what happens when you two to get together.
Because of thinking, I'm like, I remember
the
the
nostalgia.
It's
newspaper
movies, it's TV shows, and we start dropping one-liners, and everyone's going, "What the hell are they talking about?"
when the
Here we
word
are for you
when the word bitch was used on TV.
for the first
I
time.
know. Well,
How
I know.
jarring! Oh, he knows.
Go ahead, say it.
Alan Alda, MASH.
Oh, actually, I was not thinking that. I thought it could have been, but I'm thinking.
Oh, it was.
Was it? All
I'm
right.
pretty
So
sure it was.
because I thought it was.
thinking about this last night.
Oh, seriously? You
Yes.
sent it to
Really?
him.
I totally sent it empathically to him.
I think so.
I thought it was.
Who'd you
Stephanie,
think it was?
your face fell. Pick it
Your
back up.
face-
There you
your-
go.
That's not
All
the
right.
first time.
That's not the first. I thought it was
I
on
don't win.
like it was on either Notch Landing or Dallas when the two women had the fight in the pool. There was like what's
the
it?
Oh,
flat?
that was-
Morgan.
They did that, and that was in the 80s, but MASH was in the 70s.
Oh, okay, then that's all right.
And yeah.
All right.
Alan Alda called this guy a son of a bitch, and that was the first time I ever heard that.
Ah,
We allow that on
I know, it's
television.
such
Yeah.
drama, you
Well,
know. And in the 70s, it was very lighthearted.
of course. Well,
Mhm.
You
yeah.
know, and I was like, wow, the FCC's, you know, they allowed it.
Remember the first time I saw child abuse was on Good Times, and it was when Janet Jackson played Penny, and she
She
and it
really
fu-
knew that role.
yeah,
Poor
and
thing.
she did, and she had her mother
You went
was
there.
burning her with an iron. And
I
when she did-
remember
right,
that.
and when they
No, I
turned,
remember this.
yeah, and they were
big
like,
time.
Penny. It's like, and then that whole thing, the whole audience, oh,
Dynasty.
fade to black.
Yes, Mari, it was.
What dynasty? Yes.
Sethy Spice. Wow, quite a crowd this morning. I'm like, I know. I've just got the best panel on earth.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Are
I will.
Kai, Lauren, or Laurel? Or Lauren?
I don't know if no, I don't see Lauren in here or Kai or Serafina.
All right.
Don't say it right now.
They'll pop on at some point, I'm
All right.
sure.
Good
Cool.
morning, Rayla.
Good morning, Nat. Yeah, let me know if you're around, guys, because apparently there's a surprise to be had here.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to it.
Morning, Sethy.
What have you got planned for the weekend? Oh, how was Bear Week, by the way?
Yes.
Bear Week. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of low key. There were a lot of guys. And I don't know, some people who used to come don't want to come anymore because they think it's more of a big, you know, kind of party circuit week.
Yeah.
But you know, there are parties. There's always something to do. You don't have to go to all the different events.
That's what I love about Provincetown the most.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can do bike trails. You can go to the beach. You can go to a party or a club or whatever their their focus is. And then you have tea dance. So there's always something to do. Tons of shows.
Maria says that Hank wanted to know.
Oh, Hank wanted to know.
Hello.
I couldn't find it up fast enough because I was doing other stuff when you guys were having that day. But I was thinking, Chloe Davis, her Queen's English dictionary.
Oh,
We should get that for Hank.
yes.
That
All
would
right.
be
So there is
perfect for
one.
him.
There is one.
There
A
is one,
dictionary.
and I think-
Perfect.
Dictionary coming
Yeah,
for you.
she did an amazing job on that.
I love that.
There's a lot of
Oh my God.
there's a conclusion coming up for that book.
Serafina
Um,
suggested a gay to English dictionary for
Yeah.
Hank. So.
Hi, Wendy. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Good morning, Wendy.
And my friend Chloe Davis did an amazing job putting this book together. And it's
That's awesome.
yeah.
Wow.
So we'll get that for Hank.
Morning,
So
Donna.
back to Bear Week.
Yes.
I had to work that week. But I
Ugh.
was working remotely, and I had the condo to myself, which was really helpful. And I invited some people.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I felt that. I felt that look.
That was not subtle.
We're not going to go. We're not going to go there.
Knives out.
But Stephanie wasn't the only one who canceled or came and then had to leave early.
Oh
But that's okay.
no.
So that was anyway. That's my whole week.
Was it
Actually,
a
week and
drive-by?
half. It was a drive.
Oh.
We'll see you later. We're on our way to Maine.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I snuck away with the fam because
You and that family of yours. Oh my
God, right? I
It's
know.
It's
Together.
interfering with his social life.
Well, I paid for it because I was
Oh,
out in the sun
wow.
for the first time ever, and I burned so badly that my whole face has been sloughing off all week. Not as
I didn't
gross
have to
as
do
that.
You were right.
anything. It just happened.
No,
I know.
it-
It's a big.
When you diss the bear, you got to pay the price.
I understand. You look. You well. Everything's nice. Again, a nice base. He's got a. He's like a well tanned up like cinnamon bun.
Our question of the day today is: how much have you paid? What is the most you've ever paid for a concert ticket?
Oh,
Oh my God.
go ahead.
I know
For
some.
me, it's a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It was over $1,000. I'm not going to tell you how much it was. Totally worth it. It was a 6-hour concert. Prime performers, wonderful sentiments, except for the drunk lady behind us from New
Oh my
Jersey.
God, she was the worst.
Exactly.
She was the worst. She was
happens.
spilling
It's
wine on
happened.
my back. On my.
Oh,
That started it off.
Yeah.
Then hooting and hollering. Then she was heckling the performers.
Yeah.
you gotta go. You can't do that.
Knew nothing about who was being inducted. Only some of the primary people.
Get off
And,
the
like,
stage.
You know,
I'm
why
like,
is he
"Whoa."
talking? It's like that's because he's being inducted too, you dumb bimbo.
Oh,
And then excuse me, for Stephanie. Excuse me, I think my shoe fell in front of you. It's like
I looked down and her shoes were
Ugh.
right underneath me, and I'm like, I can't. I don't even want to give them back to her. 'cause
no, you should have.
I said maybe she'll go away. I just kept waiting
Oh
for
my
security to come, and
gosh.
they never did.
see. However, she got those tickets. Please, if you know her, take note. Do not give her anything.
Also, if you spent that kind of money on a ticket, why are you gonna get wasted and not
Exactly.
remember a thing
They were gifted to
about
her.
it?
Well,
They
that
were
It
gifted
had
to
to
her.
have been.
exactly what I
It had
thought.
to have
You know,
been.
and then they were hopping hopping around different seats that were vacant, and
Stealing people's programs. Oh,
I'm like,
don't be that person at a show. Don't be that person.
like we were talking about the talented people from New Jersey.
Okay.
Then we have the whole entire other side of the spectrum, which were these ladies.
Hilarious.
We've got it all in New Jersey.
Oh
It's
my
when you
God.
that's like when you see a Cape kid acting a fool somewhere else in
Right.
public, and then you're like, oh God, please don't say where you're from. Please don't tell people.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Do not identify as a Cape Codder. Please don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we are coming into the final weekend of the fair. Speaking of Cape Codder,
Haven't gone.
Yeah.
I didn't go.
No.
either.
Well, I drove.
I don't have a
past,
choice.
and
I
was
have
like,
to-
oh,
yeah.
The carnies are in town.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have. Yeah. Wait, did you go, or you just because you live
In it?
somewhere within
Well, she
20
lives
miles?
Right where it
I
is.
don't want to say where. I don't want to
I
tell
live
people.
in it.
Yeah.
You got to drive through it to
You
get
see
to
a
my
tent.
house.
You'll see Stephanie's face on the tent. That's Steph. Go see. I want to go to the Stephanie.
I laughed
Stephanie.
because I had a
Steph,
friend
yes.
Can you
send
imagine
me
what that ride would be?
a friend send me a photo of my son yesterday.
Oh.
Which made me burst out laughing because it looked like I got to show you the picture. I wish I could share it in the chat right now because it just made me absolutely laugh. She said, "I spy with my little eye a man child." And
Oh yeah.
here's my son on some flying contraption of some sort that I'm sure I paid $100 for.
Oh yeah. The fair. Yes. Oh yeah. You did. You
Yep.
absolutely did. There's no way.
We were talking about the price of it, and I felt really bad. There was a new mom, and she went on social. She went to a townie page.
Mhm.
And she's like, I'm just wondering if the $15 to get into the fair includes rides. I'm trying to budget for my family.
Right.
Oh.
And
Sorry.
you know, like that's just a poor little lamb walking into a townie page,
Oh, God.
ready for the slaughter.
It's like wearing socks and sandals, and you walk in. Someone's gonna say something to you.
Hello, foxes. I'm right here.
Boom.
Come get me.
I have no shoes on. I'm ready to go.
I'll put on the lotion.
This yeah. I brought a baster. This poor woman was skewered. I felt so
All the welcome.
Get into the light.
Oh, thank you for doing that. All the welcome, children. All the welcome.
This house is clean.
Oh, it was not clean. It
I
did
just
not
got
end
goosebumps. Look
well.
at this.
Who knows what
The
hovers over
hairs
this?
on my arms are
Who
up.
knows what hovers over this house? But whatever it was strong enough to punch a hole into your world and take your daughter away from you.
She holds,
Steven!
she holds it tight.
She knows.
She just thinks like a child.
Listen, poor
Love
little
Tangina.
Carol Ann didn't need to deal with any of this.
Oh.
And if you don't know
Oh.
what we're speaking of, we just went into an episode of The Poltergeist. You're
Original.
welcome.
You moved the stones, but you forgot to move the bodies.
Steven, not yet.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Come on, Jennifer. How are
End
you?
scene. End scene.
End scene. Okay, we'll end the scene. All right, man.
Thank you so much.
I love
Thank you
it.
on that, Stevie. That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Oxygen. Where's the
Oh my
oxygen mask?
God.
It's not deploying
I
from this.
know, but you can't leave the conversation without talking about the amazing acrobatics that Joe Beth Williams had to go through.
Oh my God. And the
In
Quaker.
her underwear and long t-shirt.
Yeah.
Now, who's still alive from that?
Not
It's
the
just
Quaker.
Craig
Let's
T.
not go
It's
there.
just Craig
Let's
T.
not-
Nelson,
No,
right?
it's Joe Beth is still around. She
Okay.
Yeah. The Quaker's not. He was sick. Actually, he was sick during the movie. Did you know that?
He looks like he
Yeah.
was already dead
Oh
in the
my
movie.
God.
But then he came back for what was that TV series on ABC, The Coach, basketball?
Yes.
Fred T. Nelson.
Fred T. Nelson.
Yeah, he came back. Not the Quaker.
Not
Craig.
Craig.
The Quaker.
Oh, the Quake. Oh,
All
yeah.
the way.
I s-
Yeah.
when I
Yeah.
want to get people, I'm just like, I said, let me in.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
That was
freaking
Poltergeist. I think,
yeah.
3.
horrifying
And he
to me
walks-
right now.
He's walking past the house.
Yes.
Where he's singing, "We are in God's."
Stop it.
All right, I won't.
You know that's
I didn't sleep for weeks when I was a child when that
Really?
movie came
I
out.
stopped eating
That
Quaker
was
oats.
Nothing. Remember we were talking about Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
the ones that get
Jennifer,
me
how
are
are you?
Exorcist and Chainsaw Massacre. I don't like any of those.
Wendy Bonfini, how are you?
Hi.
Tell Natalia I'll be calling her back this week.
Oh, I love Natalia.
Oh my God, they showed up
hardest
at
working.
Love her. And Wendy and her husband showed up at disco night with Angel and I in Wellfleet. Great time.
So fun.
Oh my gosh, so fun. So many people up there. It was awesome.
Yes, you did have a free monologue this morning. It was a bonus. You're welcome. Thank you, Danielle. So let's see what else is going on for
What you got?
everybody.
So
I'm
Sunday,
trying
right?
to get a vacation in here this summer. We blocked off a certain amount of time, but I'm waiting for the czar of the bank book to let me know if we're allowed to actually go anywhere. However, my mother's coming in town. My
Right.
mother-in-law is already here. I just like to disappear and leave it to the mothers.
You can't go anywhere. What you need to do is have CBDT to everybody.
Even if I hide in the camper and everybody thinks I'm gone and I'm just right there,
You can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide.
using my pond, kicking open the door, saying shitter's full, like I'm just ready to
Ooh.
go.
Nowhere to run, nowhere
I
to
don't think
hide.
that's going to be working.
No, no.
I'm gonna try and hide in my own space at some point this summer.
Morning,
I
Kim.
promised myself that I would give myself at least a few days of doing nothing,
Right.
just completely detaching.
Good luck
I've got
with
like
that.
3 books that I want to read. I have goals that I want to accomplish, and it's just
Yeah.
not happening right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about a staycation sometime soon.
Yeah, I
Love a
need it.
staycation.
But we'll see what happens. I've got too many deadlines right now, and we're in the midst of trying to hire.
Is anybody else going anywhere fun?
How old are all of you? Oh, Stephanie, how old are your kids right now?
Oh, my teens?
Yeah.
Listen, I have a senior in high school this year
Yay!
Yep.
and a freshman in high school this year.
Yeah. And the freshman looks older than the senior.
Yeah, so my child at the fair, I got a photo from one of my girlfriends identifying him there.
Yeah.
He got some money yesterday, but now I said, well, it's time to pay the piper
Oh yeah.
because
One
you got a little bit of money. Guess what? My friend needs a babysitter today. So guess what you're doing?
There you go.
Boom.
Good morning. Yeah, it's happening. Pamela,
That's
good morning.
it.
Also, yeah.
I asked my daughter to clean. We talked about this yesterday on the show,
That
and
was
she,
funny.
I had, a contract that I didn't want to sign, and she did nothing, by the way. And now she's off camping with her friends.
Oh.
I think I see a rent payment.
You're right. I agree.
You start earning money, you're going to pay rent,
Exactly.
I see dirty
and you're
dishes.
going to do your own laundry.
Mhm.
I see dirty dishes being put in the
You
bedroom
know,
on the
that-
bed.
Those were the 2 things when I
Yeah.
graduated and stayed.
Yeah.
Is I did my own laundry, and then
Yeah.
they started charging me rent, which
I
was
know.
fine. It wasn't a lot, but it was something,
Right.
because I was still trying to figure
Just
everything out.
discipline,
Yeah,
structure.
absolutely.
We
Structure and
appreciate
discipline.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Come on, Jeremy. How are you?
I know that children are leaving the nest later and later because it's really quite unaffordable out there at this
I
point.
know.
Oh yeah. Or they're leaving and
But
then coming back.
everybody's struggling.
But also, I feel like the work ethic is just not there.
It's not so many. I'm like, why do I see so many kids with free time?
I want to know why.
I want to know why. I want to know why. I shouldn't see you.
Well,
If
the other,
if
yeah.
I'm off, you should be on the other side of the counter. Or if I'm off, I shouldn't see you next to me buying stuff.
but when they come home, it's like your job's not done. Your job in life is not done.
You're still breathing and you're still walking upright.
There are dishes. There is laundry. The
Tons.
place looks like. Don't leave piles.
Yeah.
You still have a job here. We all have jobs.
Yeah.
Whether it's getting paid or just being
Something.
home, you want your place to look.
Show me that
Yeah.
you appreciate it. Right. And if you're like, I didn't do anything, then you know what? Nothing should be. When I bring in a paper plate, this is what we used to do this sometimes when we had all the kids at the house for like sports and all that. Paper plates.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Psh, trash. And and when the kids left, when they were leaving, grab a bag from downstairs. Nobody should come up here empty-handed.
That's it.
And in the beginning, my son was like, Dad, dude. I'm like, hey, do you want to clean this up later?
Well, it's also teaching them
No.
good habits. Oh,
Exactly.
the birthday boy is here. Thanos, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Cam, thanks
Hey.
for checking in. My daughter is too old for local summer camps
and too young for a work permit. Most burn. My son worked illegally. So did I. I worked under the table at a
Tell us to the
restaurant.
folks.
That's right. Say it to the people in the
Get
back.
paid under the table.
I got paid. I went to the fair. I had the most money ever because I got paid under the table by this guy. I can't say who it was, but he paid me well. And I was washing dishes.
because
and
we
cleaning.
were hustlers.
We were
These
hustlers.
kids are not hustlers.
Well, it's hard, and sometimes you can think of out of the box, but it is getting harder and harder
Yeah.
doing stuff like that.
Yeah. Under the table.
Because Uncle Sam's watching, even though you don't.
Uncle Sam's watching you when they're sleeping in and taking a shower.
Exactly.
Get out of here.
Well, like, for example, I feel like we were raised sort of in that toxic hustle culture where you just grind it until you make it. And I think they
Yeah.
are being better about self-care
Right.
and doing the things that you need to do for balance.
Right.
However, I think we're going in the opposite direction. There was a new article that came out talking about bed rot and laziness in general because people are calling it self-care, but it's the lies you tell yourself when you're like, oh, I'm taking care of myself. I'm relaxing. I'm going to have a me day. But then your me days turn into me weeks.
Yeah.
Turn
yeah,
into
yeah.
It's like,
months.
whoa.
And you don't
pull
How
the
do you get
reins
back?
on that one.
Right.
Yeah,
I know
You know,
Danielle.
but
it's hard.
Ashley just said that Roach Brothers hires at 14.
They
So
do.
So-
Danielle's daughter's 13.
13.
But
So
I
this
d-
was-
All right.
yeah,
but I
mean,
don't need a second job because, or a third job or a fourth job because now I got to drive my kid to my kid's job.
Yeah.
when my
Yeah.
kid's getting money.
Oh.
It's, you know what
Yeah,
I
but
mean?
it's not even an opportunity cost for you. Sorry.
Listen, I
Let's
run
call
a
a thing a
business. They
thing
can
here.
work for mom and dad.
There
They
you
choose
go.
not to.
See, yeah, you know what? My kids, same thing. I'm like, hey, I'll pay you to do this. Now, sometimes, like, all I said was, I don't want to walk in the house after I get done working and have you clean up. And when I told you had 8 hours to clean up, so now I don't want you to do it. This is what we used to go through. And now I start cleaning. I don't even say anything. I walk in, I start folding the laundry that somebody's feet have been on all day.
Oh.
Because they were. I was just about to do it. By the warmth
My
of
kids
this,
don't even pretend.
Yeah.
They just walk away. They're like, because they know I'm mad.
Right.
Yeah.
And they'll let me finish the task
Yes.
and walk away because they don't want to see it. But
Yeah.
they know it.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck in with the rides. What you should do is when they ask for a ride, do the Uber,
Yeah.
see how much it is, and say, all right, I'll charge you 50% of this.
Yeah.
Oh, I
If
like
not,
that.
if not, do your Uber.
Yeah.
I
Get
like
there
that.
Show exactly, lazy and nasty. I used to Uber drive, so I would actually sometimes go to their event or go to practice, take them, do some Uber rides while I'm done, and then I'm like, all right, you need to clean up the car, or you need to do this and do that. But you got to
Those are
set the
good.
tone.
Those are good tests.
Yeah, and every time we went to dinner
And
or
they're
went out,
fair.
absolutely,
Yeah.
say thank you Uber, thank you Uber. Yeah, you guys eat. People sit in the middle of a restaurant. Thank you Uber. Woo!
Well, we've started couching it even with my daughter who has the ability to get her license and is choosing not to because she doesn't want to drive because she's lazy. I feel like
Is
it's
it
just because she's
laziness, or does
lazy.
she have any concerns?
I don't think it's
Absolutely so.
fear. I think it's just the amount of work it's going to
Yeah.
take that she's just like,
'Cause I
and
know-
also she's got friends that will drive her around now.
Yeah, that's a problem.
So I said, you know what? Now she's paying her friends to take her to all of her activities.
Oh.
And I'm like, wonderful.
Where was mom's money?
Yes. Where
That
was
is-
my check? I
Dude,
missed that.
You should write that off. You can get to write that off, Stephanie. Talk to your tax person.
Totally.
You might be able to write that optimum tax.
Lazy teens. How much do I get for those on my tax day?
Oh, show you are correct.
You're the money
Absolutely.
guy.
I think the rate went up from like 25 to 45.
Oh, okay.
God. There's some places that I would work at that I see the price they're getting right now. I'm like, what? You're paying what?
Yep.
And
Yep.
and I'm waitering and getting paid this. I've had some places they're like, guys, like I'm paying $15 to $20 an hour plus tips. I'm like, dude, what shift can I do?
I was listening to a podcast the other day and it was talking about the culture of tipping at this point and where we are.
Good.
And it was a barista. And this barista has a degree. This was a plan of a side hustle to pay
Yeah.
some extra bucks, but he ended up making an art out of it and he really loves the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what word he used, and I immediately was turned off because he used the word and I was like, ugh. Because it was just one of those, I know things. I'm very smart. I'm a learned barista.
Yeah, okay,
See-
CC Bloom. CC Bloom knows everything.
Yeah.
She feels things.
But it was talking about how now when we swipe, it takes
Got
the
it.
think out of your tip and it says 20, 25, 30% tip or like some ridiculous percentages. Do we feel
I'm a
like that?
tipper,
Well, I'm also
I'm
a tipper.
too.
right?
Yeah.
However, I think 25, 30%, and to have it there, they know what you're putting down as your tip is when you're handing it. It's not a problem for me. But
Mhm.
what I have a problem with is the fact that tipping is allowing restaurants, businesses, and the likes
Scapegoat.
to not
Yeah.
pay their people what they're worth.
Right.
Right. Morning, Janet.
New York is moving to a model to remove tips completely and pay their people a livable wage, pay their restaurant workers, pay everybody
Okay.
30, 40 bucks an
I've
hour
been to a few restaurants around Massachusetts do
that
that
are
as well.
like, we
they
do
doing
not
that now?
tip.
Yeah.
And I loved it when we
I
went,
enjoy it.
you know, granted, it was a $20 espresso martini, but it was at the beautiful Starbucks that roast the beef. It was the whole ambiance of
yeah,
it.
right.
It was the most delicious thing ever. And it didn't matter who was behind the bar because you got the same service. They're like,
Okay.
all right, I'm going to go on a break. I'm going to go do this. And we were all well cared for because they got paid a livable wage
Right.
without tips
Right.
to have to hustle, to not have to do that. Your service, your treatment was the same for everyone at any point, no matter what. And I saw the camaraderie and the teamwork in the restaurant
Right.
because everybody was getting paid the same. You're not having cooks making one wage and then having waitresses berate the people in the back because they need to make sure she gets a tip because she makes more money than they do because she lives off of her tips. And restaurants and workers are not getting paid the same. So I was just curious out there what we thought about tipping culture. Should we be paying people more of a livable wage and less of the tip situation and tip when we want to tip because we feel like we need to? Hey, Mark, good morning. Good morning, T. Thanks for joining us. It's just a curiosity factor. They're testing it well in places like New York, and it's going over well. And I just didn't know if we could ever have that situation here on the Cape. Would you pay more money to not have to tip?
As long as it was fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a hard thing, right? It has to be fair.
Because they don't do that in Europe. It's
No.
all included in the price.
Right.
Right. And that's why some people
They're
when they were here,
offended when
right,
you're tipping.
Right.
Or they don't tip here, and then we're like, how rude of you. But they're like, where we're from, we don't tip.
Right.
So
Right.
they
They don't know the
assuming-
culture.
They're thinking that our people get, paid like that also.
Yeah.
But it's almost like there should be a hand, a hand guide for people.
I
when-
really wish we would just adopt a worldwide scenario in
This is
which
what you
the
do.
things cost.
Yeah. Certain things everybody should know. Like if I give you a head nod, you're saying hello.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right. You already know what that is. So why can't we implement some things like where you are, and this is just what happens.
Or maybe
That's it.
restaurants can be like, we don't accept tips here because we do this, and just put a sign out front, or maybe it's on your website
It's on
or
the menu too.
yeah, something clear so
Absolutely,
that
yeah.
people understand the system in which we're working with here.
People don't read. People don't read like they used to.
No.
Well, some people can't.
Hello, and they're running stuff. They're running businesses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, because we have
Communication.
robots to tell us what to do now.
Enough. I'll let Will Smith. I will.
Go,
We're not doing
Terminator
that.
Judgment Day's coming.
Exactly. We're not going through that whole thing.
The computers are taking over.
Instead of, I'm so beautiful.
Still have to find that place in the woods.
A second. It's not that hard to find.
No.
Oh, I was going to say
For
look for the
me.
10. Oh, sure. Absolutely. Get it out, Steph.
A safe place.
Not
Not a quiet place, but a safe
Thank you.
place.
There's no safe places here.
There's no, not
There's
even
also
under your.
no place clean.
Not in my house.
No.
And again, I'll be out at my house.
I barely made it here.
All the welcome.
From the front door to the
All
studio.
the welcome. You can come hang in my house. All the welcome.
Well, yeah, all are welcome. Every room's full. I'm sorry, but not here.
You know mine.
All
Yeah.
are welcome, just not in my house.
Can you imagine like went over and just slept laid next to Cody? Like, I'm a new roommate.
Yep, he'd be like,
I need
okay,
I
that's
need a
great.
place.
Bring your own blanket, though.
Your mom told me I could stay here.
The mortgage went up, so I gotta sleep with you over here.
Hey, we're making it work around here, okay?
This is
You gotta
true,
do what
this
you
is
gotta
true.
do.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
You sleep at one end of the bed, I'll sleep at the other. You up at
Good
4.
night, Ma.
Just
Yeah.
make sure you clean your feet.
Good night,
Yeah.
Pa.
I had a house.
John Boy.
I had a house next to me that used to sleep in shifts. There's so many people in that house at one
I
point.
believe it.
Well,
There,
there are a lot of people that
yeah.
come from other countries, and
Yep.
there's like 4 or 5 to like a 1-room apartment.
Yes,
You
and
know, and they work different hours, and,
and
Yeah.
people
they make it work.
Right, and they cooked, and certain people cooked for the other ones that came in.
Yep.
And for a couple of years, and then they banked their cash. Boom! I bought my own house. Like,
It's a way to get on your feet. It's a clever way
okay.
to do it.
It's
but you have
fine.
to get a community to do that.
right, we're not. We're too. Most Americans. It's bro. I need my own room.
we're
Really?
weak.
Yeah.
Too many expectations around here.
Too many. Yeah.
Too many limits.
2 minutes.
That's it. All right. So T is on with us right now.
Morning, T.
I want to know your surprise.
Oh, you want to know my surprise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Before we leave it, what's your
Well,
surprise?
what we talked about, well, I think you and Serafina talked about,
Yep.
was my lovely acronym.
I knew
The
it.
plop. And then Serafina mentioned that she was plop adjacent.
Right.
And I thought that was wonderful. And then the fact that Kai went and zoinks.
Yep.
I was like, that's awesome. I made t-shirts for the 3 of you.
Oh my God. Plop adjacent.
Hilarious. I'm like, that's why I had to work. Okay, I get it. Thank you. I was like, I got this message from watching me like watch it about minute 50 and go in. I'm like, what?
All right. So with
Yes.
plop adjacent, I will catch you up to speed.
Please
to the
do.
plop.
Okay.
RTB and I were sitting outside of Tea Dance
Okay.
and we were watching. It happened to be Memorial Day weekend. which is dubbed as, it's not officially Baby Dyke Weekend, but people call it that.
Okay.
So I just saw these fabulous lesbian women all sitting around a fire pit and like jewelry and like they were just like the beautiful people.
Right.
Once again, we've talked about it. I think Greg Hiller calls it the dink. Dual income, no kids. I got money. I'm loving my life. This is the best. So RTB just looked over at me and matter of fact was like, oh, it's the plop. I said, what? He goes, the Power Lesbians of Provincetown.
The plot. That's awesome.
And so I'm telling this story.
That's nice. The plot.
The plot.
So I'm telling this story to Serafina, who lives in the Mills.
Oh, she's a millbilly? Okay.
And she goes, well, I feel like I'm plop adjacent.
Hilarious. To the left. Sarah, I don't know if you're catching this live or.
Oh, this is so. She will definitely catch up with it later. So we got shirts made for
Cynthia,
Kai,
good morning, love.
Sarah, and also Lauren. We were all
That's funny,
absolutely dying about
Plop
the
adjacent.
plop.
Got some Plop adjacent ladies here.
That is very. I like that.
Well, RTB loves his acronyms, Rich the Bear, and I've got JT, Jonathan Thompson. So I'm with the acronym panel today.
You really are.
I am.
You are.
And that's it. So I'm plop adjacent today. I love that. You are fabulous, RTB.
Oh,
I
my
had
God.
to do it. It was like
That's
it was
good.
there, and I'm like, I'm gonna do
It's so good. I'm
That's
very
very nice.
excited.
it. Yeah,
And he did it quick.
I did.
Yeah, right? Well, you
I
got
don't waste
merch
time.
too.
We have merch and stuff, but yeah, but I'm like, I know. It's so hard. We have so many things going on. They're like, oh, do you have a shirt? Do you have a-" I'm like, oh yeah, I do. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm in the middle of like 9,000. You know, when you're just like kind of like a one-man show in a sense.
Yeah.
But now I have
Yeah.
people. I have my friend Michelle helping me out. Awesome there. And and I got my girl helping me out. And then
Yeah,
I
you
also,
stepped it up in the video department.
You see that? Yeah,
I
my boy
did.
Ryan, like this kid, he's this young kid. Ryan is on doing the videos
The
and
production team.
yeah, and he's good. And then I spoke at a dispensary a couple weeks ago, which was so if you're watching, we have this whole thing coming out of some old school history with JT's Chronicles and this whole new show that's gonna be coming out. So he's actually part of it. So Resetting 1 and 2 just came out, the short videos.
Excellent.
Yeah, so you like that, like there's some stuff coming out.
I do. Yeah. I'm
Thank you.
liking the reels. I
Thank
was
you.
very much enjoying your production value.
Thank you.
And I
appreciate
love
it.
the fact that you started working with Ryan, I think when he was like right out of school.
Yes.
I just hired somebody right out of school and I'm very excited to see them. And it's like, it is a lot of work training someone when you're first starting your business and then
Right.
you're hiring people. So now you got to make more money to make them money.
There
And
you
that,
go.
right? It's one of those balancing acts
And
that I'm
he's
definitely
working,
working on.
And and he's like, I'm like, dude, like I'm still, working on, getting JT Chronicles up to another level.
Yeah.
So, but he like,
Well, because you're a
loves-
nonprofit.
right. And he loves what I'm doing. So he's excited. So, but the thing is about kids like that come right out, like they're so driven and so, and especially if you know what you're doing, that they're pushing. So he's pushing me to do more. He's like, all right, so this is our film day. So here, we're gonna go there, we're gonna do about 8 videos. I'm like, okay. And he's
Yeah.
like, I'll be at house at 8 in the morning, and we're gonna do boom. I was like, okay, so I gotta like have my things lined up, go. So that's great for me because I'm beginning to be more structured and and I have to have my direction
Yeah.
and organized like I was, but now I'm like, now you really, because now it's like, dude, this is not, it's for
But
fun.
I love that you're using young people to be able to let
Got it.
them show how
Yep.
what they can do.
Yeah.
RTB, you're fabulous like that. You and Daniel have always championed
Yep.
young artists,
Yep.
young community members. He's got his scholarship foundation for his
Awesome.
husband, and that is finally grown. Talk
Yep.
about that a little bit.
Yeah,
So that's
we have,
exciting.
we have an endowment now that lives in perpetuity. We raised $100,000.
Wow.
But we needed $100,000 in the bank with BU. So their Summer Theater Institute, which is a 6-week summer program,
Okay.
we give someone a scholarship.
Oh,
to
that is
attend.
awesome.
And
So if
this
you're in
was
the arts,
first
and it can
year.
be any kind of
Yeah.
art, you don't have to be a performer. You could be a producer.
No,
You
it
could
if
be
you're
a
interested in
writer.
lighting, if you're interested in sound, if you're interested into like choreographing or writing, all of the kids collectively decide what they're going to do, and they create this. And it's a large group of high schoolers, and they dissect them into about 4 different groups, and those groups decide who's going to do what and what they're going to put on stage. and it's great. They go to different areas of Boston, like the Institute of Contemporary Art. They do a Museum of Fine Art, and they go to a couple other things, and they do some other exercises at the university, and they culminate all of that experience into a performance that I'm actually going to go to on Friday, August.
That's so
4th or 5th.
exciting.
Yeah, and I picked the scholarship recipient this year. I'm real
Because it's nice
excited.
to see your hard work.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
we've been giving it the past 5 years, where I've been paying the scholarship until we raise enough money. Now we have the endowment solidified. So now that I
Woo
just get
woo.
to pick the person, and I get to go and attend and meet them, and I follow up. A recipient 4 years ago, she just graduated with her Bachelor of Fine Art as an actor
Wow.
at Emerson College.
Amazing.
Very nice.
Yeah, so we're
Oh,
seeing
that's beautiful.
We're
And you
seeing
did
the
that.
profits
You
and,
helped.
you know, in equity and in someone's life, where they're actually pursuing something that they had the opportunity to experience at BU. And she talks about her experience at BU all the time, and she comes back to the performances.
Yeah.
So these are people that are dedicated and real interested, and they take it seriously, which
I love
That's
that.
awesome.
I have
Yeah.
a person in
Nice job.
my space that says, you know, the things that you do are not, it's not altruism isn't real. But I definitely
it is.
it is though. I
It
feel
is.
like the things that we do, the positive things, the positive energy, the good things that
Mhm.
we put out, I'm already taking in the joy of seeing you benefit from it. That's my payment as
Yep.
far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
'Cause
So
you're putting it out there in the world.
100%. I've already been paid for seeing the
Right.
happiness on your face by doing that, or being around you, or seeing you
That's
grow.
awesome.
And I think that
Well,
every
Misa.
single person that you see in front of you right now goes out of their way to give those opportunities to young people, goes out of our way to bring those things to people that just need it sometimes. So if you're struggling out there, I want you to know that there are people in our community right now, like the ones that you see in front of you, that are here for you. If you need something, anything, reach out and ask us, because we're available
Yes.
for you, and we are right here on social media. You can find us and reach out to us
Mhm.
with any need that you have, and we can at least direct you
Right.
to where we can help
Exactly.
you.
That's what I was going to add.
Yeah.
And you know,
Right.
that's the hardest thing, I think, is to ask.
To ask, I know.
Yes.
Because,
Just ask.
but at the same time, it's like we're all struggling in some sort of way.
Mhm.
Right.
And there are opportunities where, like, I tell people that when I give somebody if I give somebody something, whether it's an opportunity or a lead or something like that, I just tell them, like, just be sure to pay it forward.
Yeah.
Because you have
Yes.
that, you got that opportunity. Make sure you just continue to spread that into the world.
Yep.
You know,
Now-
that's why I dedicated 10 years as a community advisory member with the community health center.
Yep.
You know, I put in that time because I believe in that
And
altruistic,
people,
mentality.
Yep.
It is.
It is.
So whether you are looking to branch your arts and you're looking for a direction in that space, please reach out to RTB. He's fabulous.
Yeah.
JT with his positivity, that train is coming to a school near you, to a place
Yes.
near you.
It's motivational speaking. Nothing is
Mhm.
too big or too small. So don't think you can't ask anybody, say, oh, they probably don't do that. Or they probably, oh, this is too small for them. No,
Nope.
everything. Please, you don't know. Closed mouths don't get fed. Remember that.
And you can see
Fact.
all three of us
Yeah.
in person. We'll all be at
That's right.
Knockabout on Sunday.
Yeah.
Our Makers Market. JT's going to be there on the early side, right around 11.
Yes.
It goes
ma'am.
on until 2, and we've got so many community makers, artisan crafters, baby businesses, and people that are just putting themselves out there and saying, I do this cool thing. What do you think of it? And I love that. It's such a good energy to be around. So please come and hang out with us. 13 Lake Ave on Sunday. Makers Market at Knockabout, which, by the way, they do fabulous things for every single community member that we've
Yes.
got.
Yes.
We've got nonprofits coming in basically every single Sunday
Boom.
until the end of summer, whether it's Tommy's Place, Cape Cod Boys and Girls Club. What else? We've got Witches on the Water, which is championing capabilities right now. So many wonderful nonprofits that we're supporting. So we've got to give a big shout out to Knockabout, who's been really fabulous in letting us do all of this stuff and being such a community champion for everybody here. Anything else that you want to talk about before we leave everyone for the day? Happy Friday, by the way.
Yeah, Friday.
Friday. I know it's Friday. I know. I was just saying that.
Friday. I just hope I don't have too many demands today
All right. Hilarious. Hilarious.
from my employer. That's all.
Yeah, right.
Well, I also want to say, so on the, for Unity Day,
Yep.
on August 4th, also, we have the dunk tank inflatables that are going to be there. So bring the kids. Like I said, there's a touch-a truck also.
Very exciting.
Exactly. Love that. There's also an award ceremony for John Reed. It's also in for by and Tony Shepley. So, and also the Highness Public Library is taking a stroll over to contribute to the community art wall. And First Fridays is from 6 to 8 p.m. on Main Street. So there's a lot going on, but with bid and the mass development TDI. So thank you so much. So that's Unity Day coming up on August 4th. You know what I mean? We appreciate that. Police People of Action, together with Barnstable Police Department and the town of Barnstable. It's our 7th annual Unity Day. So that's from 4 to 7 p.m. on the Hyannis Village Green.
Fabulous. JT, you want to take us out?
Well, you know what I got to say, man. It's one thing, baby.
What is it?
Oh, you children go to sleep. No, sorry. All the welcome. All the welcome. Yo, when I say it's one love, one family, one community, I mean that. We love that and we share that. Have a great day, guys. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.